You know, in the wild, high-stakes world of artificial intelligence, the biggest fight isn't just about who's got the smartest algorithm. Not at all. It's about who owns the plumbing. You know, the raw, brute force power to run everything. And Oracle, a company that a lot of people might have written off as a legacy tech giant, is making this absolutely massive, reinventive push to become the undisputed king of AI infrastructure. Okay, let's dive into this.
So that's the big question, isn't it? For years, the cloud has been totally dominated by just a few giants: Amazon's AWS, Microsoft's Azure, and Google's GCP. We call them the hyperscalers for a reason. Their data centers are just on a massive global scale. So how in the world does a player like Oracle not just try to compete, but actually attempt to leapfrog them in what is easily the most critical new market of our time? Well, the answer involves a bet of almost unimaginable scale.
And this is what that bet looks like in cold, hard cash. $455 billion. That's Oracle's remaining performance obligations, or RPO. Basically, it's the value of all the contracts they've already signed but haven't even delivered on yet. That's a 359% surge, nearly $500 billion. This isn't just hype, folks. It's a colossal backlog of secured demand, and it's mostly for their AI cloud. They've already sold the future. Now they just have to build it.
So, let's really get into the specifics of this monumental gamble. What exactly are they building, and what kind of message does this send to the rest of the tech world?
And let's be super clear here. This is not just another product update or some new service tier. No way. Oracle is fundamentally re-architecting its entire cloud, OCI, with one single goal in mind: to be the premier destination for training and running the biggest, most power-hungry AI models on the entire planet. This is an all-in move.
And here's the vision, coming straight from the top. Larry Ellison is framing this not as some small evolution, but as a full-blown revolution. The language he uses is so important. Generational shift, world's next supercomputer network. This isn't just about trying to compete, it's about defining the entire next era of computing.
Okay, so ambition is one thing, but execution, that's a whole other ballgame. So how are they actually building this AI supercloud? Well, it really comes down to two things: massive partnerships and some seriously cutting-edge technology. Let's take a look at who's involved.
First up, and this one is absolutely crucial, is the deep alliance with NVIDIA. Together, they're creating something called the OCI Zetascale 10. And get this, we're talking about a computing cluster with the capacity for up to 800,000 of NVIDIA's most advanced GPUs. It's capable of delivering a truly mind-boggling 16 zettaflops of AI performance. This is industrial-scale AI infrastructure, plain and simple.
And if you look at the timeline here, what's really wild is the speed. I mean, this isn't some far-off dream. The hardware is set to come online starting in 2026. You can see both the AMD and the NVIDIA projects are on an incredibly fast track, which just goes to show you how urgently Oracle's customers, including giants like OpenAI, need this capacity right now. And this is where Oracle's strategy gets really brilliant. See, they aren't just betting the farm on NVIDIA. They've also gone and signed a massive deal with NVIDIA's main rival, AMD, for 50,000 of their next-gen Instinct GPUs. By playing both sides, Oracle secures a massive, diverse supply of chips and insulates them from shortages and gives their customers a choice. It's a classic strategy, really, applied to the modern AI arms race.
But here's the crucial point. This is not just about renting out hardware. Oracle is deeply integrating NVIDIA's entire AI software stack into their own systems. We're talking about making the NVIDIA AI Enterprise Platform available right there in their console, embedding AI vector search in these NIM microservices directly into their flagship database. They are literally turning their core products into AI-native platforms.
And this chart really shows you how that whole stack, when you combine it with a partner like Cohere, stacks up against the competition. Let's just focus on a couple of key rows here. Under customer focus, you can see Oracle and Cohere are aimed squarely at the enterprise, at big business, unlike others who are going after consumers. Now look down at deployment. They offer any cloud or private environment. That is a huge differentiator from the limited options you get with OpenAI or Google. This isn't about chasing the coolest new demo, it's about providing a reliable, cost-effective, and flexible solution for serious business needs.
Okay, so the growth story is just incredible. The scale is completely unprecedented. But, and this is a big but, there's a massive catch. Building an AI empire is colossally expensive, and that leads us right to the central conflict in Oracle's story, the profitability puzzle.
This quote from the street, man, it just perfectly captures the skepticism out there on Wall Street. The hype is there,
The customers are definitely there, but analysts are starting to ask a really tough question. Can Oracle actually make any money doing this? So let's look at the two sides of this coin. On the left, you've got this explosive growth that any company on Earth would kill for. But on the right, you've got the harsh reality. Reports are suggesting that the gross margins on these huge AI compute deals are as low as 16%. 16! That is the core tension right there. Can you really sustain a business on hypergrowth with such razor-thin profitability?
Oracle's answer to this whole puzzle has a pretty cool name, Stargard. Now, this isn't just another data center. It's a massive initiative with partners like OpenAI to build out gigawatts of AI capacity. The strategic goal of Stargate is simple: achieve a scale so mind-bogglingly vast that the very economics of AI compute start to change, and change in Oracle's favor.
So how does Stargate actually improve those margins? Well, there are three main levers they can pull. First, just sheer scale allows for much higher utilization of every single GPU. Less downtime means more money. Second, as customers come on board for the cheap compute, Oracle can upsell them higher margin products like software, database services, and storage. And third, well, when you're buying hundreds of thousands of GPUs, you get immense buying power to negotiate better prices. That's their path to profitability.
So let's zoom out for a minute. Oracle's incredibly audacious bet isn't just an internal company story. It is creating some serious ripple effects across the entire AI industry.
So why does this matter to everyone else? Well, for one, it creates real competition, giving developers more choices than just the big three clouds. And that competition could lead to serious price pressure, making powerful AI more accessible for everyone. It also confirms we are in a massive infrastructure arms race. And, importantly, it gives a huge vote of confidence to AMD, proving that the AI chip market is not, in fact, a monopoly.
And the prize they're all fighting for? It's just enormous. The market for enterprise AI infrastructure is projected to nearly quadruple in just 2 years, hitting $230 billion. Oracle's massive bet is a direct reflection of this explosive market growth. They are spending billions to capture a piece of a rapidly expanding multi-hundred-billion-dollar pie. And this brings us to our final thought. The demand for AI compute, it seems completely limitless, a truly insatiable appetite for power and for processing. Companies like Oracle are spending unprecedented sums of money to build the infrastructure to feed it. But as these costs just keep mounting, it leaves us with a lingering question. In this new AI-powered world, who ultimately pays the price for all this innovation, and what is that price?